obvious. Stop.
All I'm saying is this is the moment for you to show us what is real. If you want out, you'll take this pill. But if you are where you belong, you can go back to this every day, over and over, forever.
All right, I'm installing my TKO. This was the Crossmember was solid. So what I did is I cut this in-between area. You can see right here. I cut that off so it'll be removable. So that's gonna be the way I remove the transmission. So, cause I can't remove the Crossmember because I welded it in. This is not a frame bracing kit. This is just a Crossmember and metal that I bent and everything to get it together. So I cut the middle section, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the middle section in under it. And you can see it kind of fits right there, but not quite. I think I'm gonna have to just put it under the other way, kind of like that. But you kind of get the gist of it. Other than that, the TKO is back in. I measured and measured my clutch. I feel somewhat confident with it, but you know, it's measurements. Hopefully it comes out correct. I'm gonna leave it in from there, and then go from there, see how it goes. But for now, that's our mounting point, and on to the next step. All right, we on to the next area of the 1970 Chevelle. Just finished with the rear end. Next, we are working on the Crossmember. This was a solid Crossmember. I welded in from my frame bracing kit, my self-made frame bracing kit. I cut out the center section, so the center section is cut out. This is the center section right here. So what I'm gonna have to do is this is the back of the Crossmember. I got this off of eBay. So it was a part of the kit that had the clutch for the TKO 600. Hydraulic kit, pedal, it had everything. I got that off of eBay. But to use it for the TKO 600, I have the Gen 5 L8T, so it's I guess it's kind of throwing everything off. What I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna cut this tab. So I'm gonna cut this tab, and I'm gonna move it up. I'm gonna have to move it up to the top. Okay. For the Crossmember section, I'm gonna take, this is the old engine hoist I had. So I'm gonna cut the end. It was the same engine hoist I used for that cart. I used that body cart I made. I'm gonna cut these two tabs off. So I'm gonna cut them end tabs off, and I'm gonna use those as the end for like that. So I'm gonna use those for the end so I can bolt it on to there. So as you can see right there, you know, I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be very close, but I'll get it there. I'm gonna use that and then use it as, so I have a center section that I can pull out when I want to change out the transmission, instead of having to unassemble my my frame bracing kit. So there you have it. On to the next step. All right, we continuing with the cross member here. I got the TKO 600 out. I'm gonna grind down the cross member right here. This is where it's gonna bolt into. So I'm gonna grind down the cross member. After that, so I can measure it, and then after I measure it, then I can cut the cross section where I need it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm making the cross member. From the center of the cross member to the center of the cross member, that's 13 inches. So I had to cut down the cross member 5/16. So and half of 5/16 is 532. Okay. We have, you see my gap. I've trimmed down the center section right here. These are gonna be my 2 end plates. So I'm gonna have to grind down the paint, and then I'm gonna weld those to the end, and that's gonna be my center section right there. So you can see how it's constructed. I've grinded down both sides, and just trying to just get it squared away. I'm gonna have to drill holes in it. So after I get this ground down, then I'm gonna weld it and then go from there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, we're doing the cross member for the TKO 600. Okay, so I have the cross member in that I welded. You can see the tabs on it. I set it up. I got it perfectly balanced in there. I bolted down the tongue. You can see how it came out. So I'm gonna tack weld the tongue on. Then I'm gonna take it back off and weld it completely on. Right now it's sitting flush. It's balanced. I don't see anything. I'm gonna drill 2 holes. I'm gonna use the cross member bolts. These are the bolts that came with the cross member. I'm gonna use these bolts, and I'm going to drill 2 holes, one right there and one right there on both sides, and that's what's gonna hold it to the cross member. So that's gonna be my dropout center section right there. So I'm going to just get to work and see how it goes. All right, this is the final fitment after welding. You see the tab on it. You see I got the 2 tabs right here. Next I'm gonna take it back out, and I'm gonna drill 2 holes right there. 1, 2 on both sides of that tab. Then after I drill both of those holes, I'll go back in and drill the cross member, and then go from there. So 1 step at a time. I'm gonna drill the brace first, and then drill the cross member second after I pull it out. So we'll see how it goes on to the next step. All right, I'm in the process of drilling my cross member from this self-made frame bracing kit. So I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick. All right, as you can see, this is the cross member. I cut out the center section. Right now I'm in the process of drilling it. So I'm drilling 1/2-inch holes. I'm almost finished there. I got this side. This is pretty thick metal, but it'll be worth it at the end. This came out of the center section. This came out of the center section of the transmission right there. So I'm gonna have to drill 2 holes on each side of that, just so it'll be removable. So that's the phase I'm in right now. On to the next step. All right, I got my holes punched in here. So I got 2 holes over here, and 2 holes over here. I'm gonna start drilling them out. What I'm doing is I'm using these smaller diameter drill bits like this. I don't know what size that is, but just using the smaller ones and working my way up here. I'm working my way up so I can eventually get to the 1/2 inch, because when I'm trying to drill just with the 1/2 inch, it's not drilling. So I have to work my way up and then use this MAC Blue Goo metal cutting lubricant. So that assists in cutting. I got this from Lowe's. All right, so I'm drilling into my frame bracing that I cut for my frame bracing kit, my Crossmember that I cut in 1/2. Due to the thickness of that metal, I have to use these step up drill bits. So I'm gonna have to start with the smallest, work my way up so I can get to this 1/2 inch. And in combination of that, I have to use this MAC Blue Goo, this lubricant, cutting lubricant. So it's a cutting lubricant. It helps cut when drilling. So use that, or you won't be able to get to the metal. I couldn't even use this drill bit without that lubricant. So I'm about to start drilling and then see how it goes. I'll check in a second. All right, we're making progress here. I had to order a new drill bit because I had to order a short shank drill bit because my drill bit wouldn't fit in between the cross bracing. My larger drill wouldn't fit, so I had to order a short shank. Next, I'm going to this is finished. My Crossmember is finished. So what I'm going to do is next thing I'm gonna do is paint it. You can see where my wells and everything are at, and everything is kind of. I'm not gonna grind down my wells any because I want it to be as strong as possible. I'm not worried about it looking that good, as long as it's all painted the same color. So this red, like I said, I had an old engine hoist right here. I use the top tabs off of it. I'm going to fill in this area, weld in that. I'm going to weld in the top holes right here. And grind down all the red off of it, prime it, and then paint it, and then it'll be good to go until my short shank drill bit comes, and I'll be able to drill it. I'm gonna be using these bolts right here. So I have a set of bolts. These were the bolts that came with the Crossmember. So these bolts were used to bolt the Crossmember down, but I welded the Crossmember in. So these are, hold on 1 second. Okay, these bolts are, that's the 1/2 inch, so that'll work with that, and that's gonna fit perfectly in that Crossmember. So that's gonna bolt both sides together. And you can see how it fits. So those bolts work perfectly. And then get started, grind it down. After I get started grinding down, then I'm get it painted and everything like that, and weld it up, and then see how it goes. On to the next one. All right, I got everything welded up. I got my 2 holes welded up here. Got my ends welded up. I'm not gonna weld the whole hole up. I'm gonna just leave that open. So now I'm about to grind it down and go from there. All right, I got it primed down here. You can see I use this Rust-Oleum flat red primer. So it works pretty good. Next, I'm gonna paint it black. I'm gonna let it sit for, I usually do 20 to 30 minutes in between sprays. And then I'm gonna spray the black coat. All right, I'm gonna continue trying to drill the Crossmember. I have a drill bit that's on the way because one of them broke. If you try to attempt this, try to get the strongest drill bit you can find, but I'm gonna get started here and see how it goes. Safety first. I'm using this cutting oil, so this helps you drill. All right, this is the final end result of the frame bracing on the TKO 600. And you can see everything set in nicely. I had to grind down the edge of the TKO just so it can sit. The tab sits in there good. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.
You better be careful with that dome, shorty.
Excuse me?
Got 'em blowing kisses, kinda like your girlfriend